welcome to Revsportz. I am Shourjyani Chatterjee, and joining me today is Snehasis Mukherjee, and we are here to discuss about the London Derby. Now, the first time in this tournament when both the Londons met, it was a tie, and we were really hoping that today does not end up in a tie, and that is what happened. It is MI London who have won today's match. Snehasis, a lot of questions to you, but first things first, Amelia Kerr, the player of the match, and then going out and scoring those 69 runs for MI London. And if you look at the scorecard and if you've seen the game, that you would know that she really stepped up for the team. Your thoughts on the performance that she put up tonight?
Yes, I think absolutely fantastic knock, and what a time to get that. Had only second women's 150, and what a time to get that for when her team needed it most, she delivered. If you see the kind of a women's T20 World Cup she had, especially as a captain, she failed to deliver both with the ball and bat. It was very disappointing to see how she performed throughout the tournament. So from that, if you see in the last four games where she played for MI London, I think in the last London derby only, I think she scored those important unbeaten 49 runs. But apart from that, in the rest of the all three games, she struggled with the bat. But again, today, if you see when I think it was a very bad start from them when it comes to the batting unit. I think London Spirit bowlers were at the top. I think they were reduced to what? I think 67 for 8 after playing 75 balls. So in the last 25 deliveries, they managed to cross that 120 run mark and completely, depending on Melie Kerr. I think she has been brilliant. And the way she accelerated her innings in the first 22 balls, she was on 21 runs with only one boundary. And then in the upcoming, I think it was 19 balls more because she played 41 balls. So in the upcoming 19 deliveries, she added 48 runs, including four boundaries, four sixes. So excellent. And generally, Shourjyani, we do not see someone like Melie Kerr playing those sixes so frequently. She can hit those boundaries, can hit those maximums, but don't kind of expect her to hit four sixes, in such a short span. So I think excellent knock. As I mentioned, had only second women's 150, and what a time to do it. So undoubtedly a deserving player of the match performance. And with the ball also, I think she was good. The confidence that she gained with the bat, that was also, kind of we saw in the bowling as well. 20 balls, 20 runs, economical, and also
True.
one wicket. So overall,
One
very
wicket,
all
one
round
wicket.
display. Yeah, very all
True.
round display from her, and excellent win for the team. And they are first win of the tournament, and very well timed, because if they would have lost this game, officially they were completely out of the competition by now.
True, Snehashish. And then we have to also talk about Chanel Henry because if you look at lower down the order, she also came in and scored those important runs. But now that you've mentioned about, the players going out there and bowling, I would like to ask you, definitely Amelia Kerr was economical. But then we have to talk about Hayley Matthews. We have to talk about Nicola Carey as well. And then Alexa Stonehouse and Tara Norris, they were there. They did contribute. But however, Nicola Carey and Hayley Matthews as a bowler. Snehashish, your thoughts?
Yes, I think I will not say as a unit, but I think most of the key role were played by, as you mentioned, I think Haley Matthews and Nicola Carey with the ball. More, I think, especially at the back end of the innings, I think they are very good. I think under pressure they bowled well. They kept their nerves, kept their calm, and it was not easy. Because if you see the equation, very topsy turvy. I think again we could have ended up seeing another tie or maybe a very last
True,
ball thrilling win for
true,
London
yes.
Spirit as well. The equation was that very close. So I think for the way Haley Matthews bowled those 90 to 95, those five deliveries, I think those were very crucial. When that catch got dropped by Nicola Carey of Narendra Clark, I thought the game is gone. I think now Narendra Clark would finish the game. But it's very fortunate for MI London that the very next ball Narendra Clark mistimed it, and it was a it was a catch. So, and I will appreciate the last ball that Haley Matthews bowled to Deandra Dottin. I think that bouncer out of nowhere kind of surprised,
Hmm.
again, Deandra Dottin. So I think that was a very good delivery. Then if you see the last five balls that Nicola Carey bowled, I think that was a very brave call. Captain could have gone with five more deliveries from Haley Matthews. If you remember, Shourjyani, in the last derby also, we saw Haley Matthews
Yes, it was
bowling
Hayley
those
Matthews.
last five deliveries. Yes.
Yes.
But this time around, they went with someone like Nicola Carey. Experienced bowlers, I can understand the decision, but Dwayne Rodgers managed that boundary, and that boundary came at the right time. So then the equation again came in a balance for both the teams. But excellent use of the variation, slower deliveries, hitting the deck, that worked for someone like Nicola Carey, and eventually that proved pivotal for the team. So that is what you need from your experienced player, from your experienced key, especially foreigners, that under pressure they need to perform, and they delivered when it matters most. So kudos to them.
Oh, and Snehashi, before we started recording this video, we were discussing, Trishadi was also here, she was also discussing about Deandra Broughton. And the question that came across all of our minds is that why did she come at number 8 to bat? Your thoughts? Do you think that her
I don't
form,
know.
somewhere or the other, has a role to play in it?
I don't know. Yes. See, on paper, the form is in front of everyone. The numbers are in front of everyone. I think the impact has gone down from the end dot in. No doubt about that. Be it with the ball, be it with the bat. The consistency is not there. Very rarely you can find a very good knock of her going out there and winning the game for any team that she is playing for. But why you are sending someone like Jane Dottin at number 8, I do not understand. Doesn't matter what kind of a form she is going through, doesn't matter what kind of a form she is showing for the last 2 or 3 games, but when you are chasing, the team is struggling, the team is going for a chase. If you're delaying that, okay, she will go and finish the game for you. At least the, the most you can wait, I can say maybe send her at number 6 or 7, but the number 8 sending others batters up front, in front of her, I was completely, baffled by, bamboozled by that decision. Again, questions will be asked on the team management, led by head coach John Lewis. I think John Lewis coaching has not been that much promising. With England, we saw that. That is why he got sacked, and Charlotte Edwards came in after that. And now with London Spirit, the way they have played so far, I think a scrutiny will be done after this campaign. There is no doubt about that. So lots of questions regarding that. I don't know whether there was an injury or there was something that is why they were delaying, or maybe they couldn't come out earlier. But if not, that is the case. That's a big question, that why they sent someone like Deandra Dottin while chasing a target at number 8.
True. And Snehashi, last two questions for you before we close the show. Firstly, Nadine de Klerk. Now we've been discussing about her for a long time. We've been, talking about the way she has been underutilized as a bowler. And today also when she was out there and when she was batting, we kind of expected her to finish the game. However, she was dismissed. But your overall thoughts, Snehashi, would you say that her performance was below average today, or do you think that she did justice to the standards that she has set for herself?
See, I think she must be disappointed, no doubt about that. I think she would have loved there, be there till the end and end the job for the team. I think that is her role, that you all know. Yes, if you go through the numbers, contributions, I think you can say, okay, at least she has contributed compared to others. With the bat also, she scored those 30 runs. And then with the ball also, she looked a little bit more, better rather than the other games that she played so far for the team.
She looked
But
confident
still,
today.
yes. So in terms of that confidence level, I think she must be a little bit happy that she has contributed as in a all-round performance that for the team. But the real job that is left for her, that is there for her to finish the job, especially while chasing a target. I think that is where she failed again. And especially as I mentioned earlier, also that when that catch got dropped by Nicola Carey, I thought that maybe this is the moment, this is the luck that Nadine Clark needed. Maybe now she will, you know, take the advantage of that lifeline and do the job for the team. But unfortunately, she couldn't. So I think in that sense, I think again a disappointing start from her. As I think in the preview show we discussed that in the last derby again it was her only that she could have shown a better game awareness and the game could have ended in favor of them, and but she got out. So that kind of a cost them that time around. Today, I think if you see the runs needed at that time, she should have, and she was indeed needed to go for that big shot. So I will not say that she could have went for another shot. I think the shot was perfect at that time, but somehow she couldn't time that. It can happen, but unfortunate that she is not being able to finish the job. Because if you see for the last 1.5 years, the way she has been so much consistent while fulfilling that finisher role, be it for South Africa, be it for even in WPL, we have seen for RCB also. So I think from that perspective, we all expected that the consistency will be seen in 100 as well. But so far, she is struggling to finish the game, and that is why maybe she must be a little bit disappointed.
Snehasis, and you mentioned also that she was effective with the ball today. She did take the wicket of Chanel Henry and Tara Norris, and I think Chanel Henry really looked in good touch today when she was out there and scoring those runs. So Nadine T. Clark definitely is a bowler. She's been stepping up for the team. However, as a batter, we kind of expected her to finish the game, but it's okay. It's a game of cricket. It
Yeah.
happens. It happens sometimes. But Snehashish, your final thoughts. Also, I had said that it would be the last question, but I would just quickly request you to sum up Charlotte Dean's performance and Marizana Cap.
Hmm. See, I think very happy with the challenging performance. I think I am saying the bowling performance. Yes, she could have ended better because I think the last five balls didn't go according to her plan. The way she started the bowling, she couldn't finish that way. I think Melie Kerr was on different song that time. She was taking all the others, and Charlton was also not an exception. But if you see the way she bowled initially, I think it was brilliant. 3 wickets, and that is what you need from your captain, especially the kind of stage they are kind of in this tournament at this stage. I think they need their top players, they need their leaders to perform and lead from the front. So Charlton did that with those 3 wickets. Mason Cap again excellent with the new ball. That ball that dismissed Hallie Matthews, that was a dream delivery. That was a fantastic delivery. Nipped in, hit the stump. It was excellent. So Mason Cap doing her job with the bat also, she contribute a little more. She could have done a little more better maybe, because if you see when she got out, that was a very soft dismissal. I think she could have avoided that dismissal. When she got out, I think from that momentum only, the momentum got shifted, a little bit. Otherwise, that time only we were thinking that this game might ended in favor of London Spirit. So I think that was a very well timely wicket for MI London. But Mason Cap, the competitor she is, the competitive cricketer she is, I think she must be going back and thinking that I could have done that job. I should have stayed there a little bit more. So these are the small margins that make the huge impact, that make huge difference, and eventually prove to be pivotal in a match result. So these small things they need to recover very quickly. Otherwise, time is running out. A huge win for MI London, no doubt about that. But for for both the London side, the time is running out now. Mostly all the remaining games for them are must wins. So let's see how they come up in the upcoming games.
True. And on that note, we are closing today's show. We will be back once again for the pre-show of the next match. But till then, please keep an eye on Revsportz and follow all the videos that we are posting. Thank you so much for watching.
For India's best multi-sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Revsportz. So like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on-ground reportage. As I said, your best multi-sports coverage on Revsportz, your favorite destination.